Hi, this is Travis with POSGuys.com. Today we're reviewing the Datalogic A6. This is a mobile computer that's designed specifically for retail applications. A lot of times you'll see a mobile computer that's designed more for warehouse use, so it's very rugged, it has a very industrial look to it. This one is actually a little bit different, where it's a lot smoother around the edges, and the form factor on it is very similar to what a smartphone feels like. So there's not a lot of buttons on it. You're not going to see kind of IP sealing rubber around the side on it. It's mostly plastic on it. There is a pistol grip on this version, but there is a flat version that doesn't have a pistol grip. But a barcode scanner is built into the top on it, so you have easy reads for doing inventory, for doing registries, anything in store. But the look overall is very retail looking. So if you're a big box retailer that has multiple departments, or you're a smaller store that just wants something that looks pretty high end, the Joya A6 is definitely a mobile computer you're going to want to look at. Taking a look at the Cradle, this is a 3-bay Cradle that's specifically designed for a big retail application, where it has a USB interface, and you can specifically unlock or lock different devices. There's an app built in for unlocking it from it. If I try to pull it out, it won't release. You can use like this little plastic key if your device doesn't have any power and you need to get it out. But to unlock it with the app, push the unlock button, and then it unlocks. When you put it into the charger, you can see the green LEDs come on for a second, and you know that it's in a charging mode. So theoretically, you could see how you could write an application for it where you could direct someone to a very specific device by using the LED system to point it out. We haven't designed an app ourselves that does that. That was just information provided by Datalogic. The nice thing about this Cradle, it's designed to either be counter mounted or to be wall mounted. So you can see that the mobile computer doesn't fall out. These 2 feet here, they unscrew, and then you can screw the feet into the wall and then connect it to the base. So that's how you can wall mount it, or you could even lock it down to a counter so that someone couldn't walk off with all 3 units. So it's a very secure but pleasing to the eye way of securing the devices down. The Joya A6 comes with a great scanner on it. It's a 2D imager with the standard Datalogic aiming system. So you'll see a red cross with 4 dots on the corners. That's kind of your big scan range on it. It has quite a good scan range from being pretty close. This is an enlarged barcode. So you can get up from about 8 inches away from an enlarged barcode out to past a foot for it. On your regular barcodes on it, your standard UPC 3 of 9, you can get within 4 inches of it. And with the aiming system is pretty accurate. So there's 3 barcodes on this box. I'm going to go for the top barcode, which is the serial or the model number, and I'm able to scan it. And if I want to get the middle barcode, which is the trickiest of the 2, you can kind of use the crosshairs on the side, but then point out what you want, and it scans. You'll also see the green dot on it. That's a good indicator if you wanted to turn off the volume on the scanner and get good reads just visually, then you can use the green dot to know that you have a good scan. If you don't see a green dot, you haven't scanned the barcode correctly. 1D, 2D barcodes scans off the screen just fine. And in emergency situations, you could use the scanner as a camera. There's no built-in camera on it, so you can't be taking selfies with it. You can't be taking pictures of anything. You could use the imager to take a picture, a black and white picture. But if your main focus is going to be taking images, then I would go with a different product. With the operating system on the Joya A6, it does run Android, and it runs Android 7.1 Nougat. However, it's not the GMS version. So if you're looking for Gmail, the Play Store, you won't find it on here, and that is on purpose. This locks down the device a bit more. It requires you to sideload any APKs, so you can't just install games, or your employees can't install games or social media type of applications on it. They can only use what has been sideloaded. You could additionally use your website. So if your website has web app capabilities for doing inventory, for doing line busting or checkout, then you can always use the browser on it to scan it. The scanner is configurable on it to work just with certain apps. We've set it up to use wherever the cursor is on the screen is where it scans to. One other nice feature on the Joya A6 is the charging profiles on it. So there's a couple different profiles that you can set it up into. So you can pick whether you want the if you want the battery to charge quickly, or do you want it to charge slower and preserve the lifetime of the battery to prevent it from having to be replaced sooner. You basically control how fast the Cradle is charging into it. As far as charging the device, you don't have to have a Cradle. It has actually a wireless charging capability, so if you have like a standard charge pad that you use with your smartphone, you can use that with this. The non-pistol grip version, the flat version, tends to work better on that type of pad. There additionally is a micro USB port on the side, and you can charge using micro USB. Or you can use one of the chargers. This is the locking Cradle. There is a single Cradle that has no locking capabilities, so if you didn't want to deal with having to lock and unlock the device out of it, you just want to set it down into the Cradle, that is available. So overall, the Joya A6 is a very interesting new mobile computer since it is made for the retail space, the hospitality space, or hospitals, rather than for an industrial space and then kind of brought into those different verticals on it. The color scheme on it is configurable. There is also a darker gray and orange version that has a slightly more powerful scan engine on it that can do Digimark. So if your company is going to be getting into Digimark, which is an invisible watermark barcode, then that version would be the preferred version of it. But the plastics are configurable, so if you are going to purchase multiple scanners and you'd like the colors of these to match your business, whether it's green and yellow, blue and red, whatever, give us a call, and Datalogic could possibly customize the colors exactly for your business on it. The batteries are replaceable in it. It takes a few different screws that use a special drill bit on it that can be purchased at a hardware store, and then the battery can be replaced on it. 1-year warranty is standard. It uses Gorilla Glass, 4.3-inch screen, and it runs Nougat 7.1. For more information on the Joya A6 or to purchase, please visit us at POSGuys.com. Thanks.